Look at this little guy over here.
This guy?
Yeah. What's that called?
Gaillardia fanfare.
Gaillardia fanfare. Look, there's a bud. It's got a flower. Pretty cool, isn't it?
One lonely Gaillardia fanfare.
This is the only one that made it.
Not much fanfare if you ask me.
No, I agree. But it's a pretty flower. It's got another bud.
So there's gonna be another flower. One flower down, 6 more coming in.
6? We used to have 7, 8 plants of this.
Yeah, I think so.
Now there's only one.
Only one survived.
Looks like little trumpets coming out of that. Pretty plant.
They were right there in a row, in front of the roses.
Yeah, there were a bunch of them.
One lonely flower. That bee likes this flower.
An absolutely spectacular plant. Too bad only one came back.
Gaillardia fanfare's finally making some fanfare.
And what about this one? That's a tree?
No, it's the neighbor's dog.
He's so skinny.
No, really, it's a Japanese maple. And look at all those leaves that popped out since yesterday. It's unbelievable. It's got a pretty shape, too. Plus, that one's growing up out of the ground enough to, know that it's a tree.
The leaves look really good. It really filled out.
Someday, these maple trees, they're gonna provide a lot of shade.
And what's this pile of stuff here?
That's lavender. Kinda looks a little sparse in the middle there, though. Maybe you could use a little miracle grow.
It's all starting to turn green.
I love lavender. I wonder if it's gonna get much taller. And all those buds are gonna turn purple, turn into little purple flowers any time now. It's turning purple.
It's turning purple.
Actually, it's turning lavender. Must be pretty sturdy. It's surprising something that skinny can stand up against the wind here. Lavender is so fragrant. You find it a lot in aromatherapy oils, potpourri.
Look how dark that got. Bees hard at work.
It definitely got shades darker. And when you brush by it, the fragrance that it releases is just amazing.
I agree. And this over here, these were the bee bombs, right?
Yes. Those were pretty bushy and had beautiful flowers that stayed for a while throughout the summer. Red ones, purple ones, pink ones. And look at that, they've grown 3.5 inches in 10 days.
Have they really?
Yep. Soon there will be many, many bees on the bee balm.
Yes, there will. They're still growing.
I like how they're spreading out. They're taking over this whole area.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Soon we won't even need any mulch here.
They keep spreading.
They grew so fast that we needed to get a bigger ruler, so we got one that was 6 feet tall. They're definitely wider as a group than they've ever been before. I mean, look how they're encroaching on the trees.
Yeah, I know.
They weren't that close to the trees.
I know.
They weren't that close to the front, and now they're coming all the way out to the front.
I know. I'm standing right here.
You can smell the freshness of the bee balms. The flowers will come, and then the bees will come.
27.
I know.
They're spreading out, aren't they?
I know.
It's amazing.
I know.
You're very funny. So you're looking at 30 inches. That's pretty tall.
There's billions of buds everywhere. Look, there's a flower.
Ah, look at that. You can actually see some color starting to happen. And soon, all these buds will have beautiful color.
There was one flower yesterday. One. And now there's hundreds.
And look at all that bee activity. Definite instant results. Really liking it. Bees, they really do like it. They rip those things apart.
Look at that butterfly. That's that black one with the blue on the bottom of his tail. We have a lot of butterflies. It's very nice.
And there are a lot of bees.
But they don't really bother you, though. You could be sitting at the picnic table right next to them, and they pretty much ignore you.
Yeah.
People think this is a hummingbird, but it's not. It's a sphinx moth.
He got booted. The bees, they just tear these things apart. It's topping out at 47 inches. And these guys over here, how tall are they? 39? They grew also.
They grew a bunch.
Look at this guy. He's just tearing at it. He doesn't care.
Look at him. He's so cool. Stars of the garden.
They are gigantic.
This is mountain fire. These are actually trees that are going to grow to be 6 feet tall. Should be interesting when they get that big.
It will be.
Look at all the red that came out on that guy.
Amazing growth. Absolutely amazing growth.
These are actually a form of an evergreen tree.
Are they really?
These are filling out, though.
Very healthy. Very healthy. 30 inches. The bee bombs, they're overtaking that tree. They're overtaking that tree.
At least that mountain fire is healthy. It'll grow up above.
Pretty soon, that tree's gonna be all gobbled up.
The mountain fire?
Yeah,
Miracle Grow will save it.
I say survival of the fittest. He's working hard. You can barely see him, but you can tell he's got some new growth.
That red growth?
Yeah,
Which was half that size yesterday.
that's right. You can't even see him anymore.
You should cut back some of those bee bombs.
I don't think so.
Let him live.
He is living. He's doing well inside there. I know
Well, he
it.
might be doing well in there, but nobody can see him. So why don't you show another one of those?
All right.
There's some little white flowers and some new growth coming from the bottom.
He's doing good. Just hanging out. He looks pretty healthy.
Now these are slow-growing trees, maybe 4 feet, 6 feet tall when they're all done. See the little bit of red there? 2 weeks later, there's a whole lot more. And each time it grows new red, as the season goes on, it turns to a dark green.
And then it starts all over again.
It's growing, growing, growing like a maniac. Wow, it got wider on both sides of the center. Well, I hope it grows up some before it goes out anymore. It's almost 30 inches wide.
Wow, this guy's really doing spectacular. What are those things sticking out of it? The other ones don't have those.
What or what? This? Like these?
Yes, those things.
Could be flowering to go to seed, which means it's going to make a whole mess of little more trees. Look how nice it's coming out. You see that?